Welcome to this overview of the UK Tin Stand Catalogue for UKGE 2025. I would like to thank all the volunteers who will be working on our stand for their support. Before beginning, I would also like to draw your attention to two things. Stamp Quest is a stamp collecting treasure trail and prize draw designed to provide a guided route around UKGE, spotlighting smaller independent creators. Full details can be found at stampquest.card.co. That is stampquest.carrd.co. On Friday, May the 30th at 8 PM, Taylor Navarro, head of UK Tin's Creators of Colour chapter, will be hosting an invitation-only networking event to connect people of colour looking to begin or advance their TTRPG career with industry professionals who can offer them mentorship, job opportunities, or financial assistance, e.g. actual play sponsorships or publishing their games. Snacks, welcome drinks, and masks are provided. This event is sponsored by Rowan Rook and Descartes, Pelgrane Press, Sol Muppet Publishing, 3 Cell Studios and Black Armada, and will occur near to the NEC during UKGE. If you're interested in attending, there are a few spaces left. Priority for remaining spaces goes to POC creatives and professionals. Please reach out to Taylor on Discord at TaylorAnnNX, that is TaylorAnnNNX, or via email, taylorandnavarro@gmail.com. expressing your interest. That is TaylorAnnNavarro@gmail.com. Throughout this presentation, you will see the following symbols. The arrow indicates part of our one-page bundle. The dagger indicates part of our small zines bundle. And the hash indicates part of our large zines bundle. We have a range of accessories, including 51 illustrated character cards featuring a tiny backstory and plot hook, all fantasy flavoured and system agnostic. We also have a set of 15 A6 format artwork postcards depicting NPCs, scenes, and the cover art for Darkened Hill and Dale. This is provided in 2 envelopes split into portraits and scenes. From the same creator, we have a pack of 7 A6 sized artwork postcards depicting NPC portraits or scene artworks from Darkened Hill and Dale, packaged in a handy envelope. And we also have a daily one-line journal with emotion and activity tracker, made for psychic detectives and used by all observant journalists. Our accessories also include a unique PU leather organizer binder for game masters with a pouch for dice sets, slots for cards, and spacious pocket for tokens, condition trackers, and handouts. A large-sized 216-page notebook with beautiful cream paper featuring cozy owlbear art, a pocket for handouts and stickers and fabric bookmark. This notebook will be perfect for game masters and lifestyle journaling alike. Created with writing groups and roleplayers in mind, Seed of an Idea is a book of prompts and questions to help you build a story quickly and easily using familiar tropes. Our final accessory, 2 stickers featuring the skull-themed logo for This Blighted Isle. Each sticker is approximately 8 by 6 centimeters in size, and the background colour is holographic/iridescent. We have a range of one-page games on offer. A simple dice game of tea-based subterfuge. In Untitled Holiday Rom-Com, you're the protagonist of a heartwarming holiday romantic comedy adventure filled with meet-cutes, misunderstandings, and unsurprising twists. How would a prehistoric person and an alien communicate? Played with a D20 and 6d6. A one-page TTRPG about adventurous frogs. You are a frog! You have always been a frog. You will always be a frog. But today, you are a frog on a quest. As usual, we have a wide range of TTRPGs. We begin with a survival horror game for 3 or more players. A survival horror game of kids versus the horror, as in It or Stranger Things, a dark take on the Aesop tale of The Boy Who Cried Wolf. We have a solo sci-fi TTRPG. Play as an astronaut untethered from your ship in a solo journaling RPG of dire circumstances, desperation, and hope. Requires a D100 and a notebook. Ex Libris is a cozy solo journaling TTRPG about being the new librarian for a small-town library in a fantasy world. And another fantasy solo TTRPG. In Escape from the Tower of Dusk, you play as an inmate trying to break out of a cursed ancient prison controlled by a paramilitary cult. The game uses an original D6 dice building system representing the protagonist's virtues as an attribute dice pool. Your allies and secrets provide modifiers to your dice pools. It is a story about establishing connections, gathering allies, secrets, and resources to outsmart your bane and orchestrate a daring escape. We also have a sci-fi TTRPG for 4 to 6 players, a one-shot haunted house in space story like Interstellar or Event Horizon, based on the rules of party games like Charades or Pictionary that you already know how to play. You play the crew of a doomed space station, and the extra-dimensional ghost attempting to save them. A romance, GM-less 2-player TTRPG. Not Yet is a GM-less 2-player tabletop role-playing game perfect for date night, romancing your friends, or creating a dramatic character backstory. Play as 2 characters fated to meet, but just missing one another. Or not, if the dice say otherwise. A solo spy RPG, using real-life number station transmissions. Receive your mission, determine the outcome, and report back to your handlers. And a historical TTRPG for 2 to 6 players. Search for rare and exotic plants as a Victorian orchid hunter in 1865. Discover your character through the belongings they lose, and the memories they use to succeed on their difficult journey. Orchid Delirium is a one-shot game that uses cards, dice, and pennies to help build the character's story at the table. A modern fantasy game for 3 to 6 players. Demigod pets try to find out what's happened to their caregiver on a small Welsh island. Spy game for 3+ players. A fast-paced action-adventure RPG about a group of psychics trying to prevent the Cold War from turning hot. A historical solo game. A wretched and alone solo journaling RPG set during the late Bronze Age collapse. An exploration solo game. Summit is a game about climbing a mountain and the obstacles that you must overcome to reach the top. As you climb, you build the story of your character, meeting people from their life, and pushing ever upwards towards the summit. We have a dystopian 2-player game. Talking Thunder is a 2-player correspondence RPG about finding connection in a dystopian world. A cozy solo game. Tea and Toadstools is a solo GM-less journaling game in which you will document your experiences as a hedgehog in a twill vest who just wants to be left in peace, but other folks in the forest neighbourhood have other plans. A fantasy solo game. Tending is a mixed media journaling game where you take on the role of a devotee at a magical holy site. Roll dice, draw cards, write, draw, or collage to create and explore a religion inspired by the natural world. And a historical solo game. A solo journaling RPG of wandering between the reality of the late 1100s and the dreamscapes of medieval Christian mythology. Another fantasy GM-less game for 2 to 5 players. The quest is over. You are on your way home, remembering the triumphs, disasters the friends made and lost along the way. Fantasy solo game. The Siren's Calling is a solo GM-less journaling TTRPG that uses the major arcana of tarot to tell the story of a mermaid following the call to adventure to explore the ocean beyond your home reef. A sci-fi game for 1 to 5 players. Venture into space on a mission to gather and share knowledge and do no harm. Solo journal or collaborate with a crew to tell beautiful stories of a life out in the unknown, supported by an open access virtual tabletop platform. We also have a range of TTRPG supplements available. A sci-fi cosmic horror adventure that requires Mothership by Tuesday Night Games. Hunt X is a one-shot of cosmic horror for use with Mothership, a Britpunk nightmare set aboard a failing research station. A series of horror adventures, system agnostic. 7 system-agnostic horror scenarios set in the modern British countryside, provided with a folder of 21 player handouts, maps, news articles, book extracts, etc. Includes a complimentary digital copy, access to location reference photos, and a spoiler-free content warning guide. A fantasy system-agnostic adventure. Lost Lighthouse is a system-agnostic fantasy adventure taking place in a swashbuckling setting of the Fishbone Archipelago, and starts with a horrible shipwreck of the merchant ship you and your friends were assigned to. To escape the uncharted island, players will explore moist jungles, face off with ghosts from the past, and even challenge the endemic apex predator. Choose your fate by aligning with one of the ancient gods, and reignite the Lost Lighthouse. And a supplement of horror adventures that requires Candela Obscura by Darrington Press. Step into the shadows of New Fair with this new anthology of 5 Candela Obscura assignments that invites your circle to the country of Hale to battle sinister doppelgangers, uncover hidden plots of eons, and face the nightmares of the Carnival of Dreams. Can your circle protect New Fair from the hidden dangers lurking just beneath the surface? As an overview of our bundles, our 1-page bundle, each of these costs £1 each, or 3 for £2.40. Anonymous Teabag, Untitled Holiday Rom-Com, Visitor from the Stars, You Are a Frog. Our small zines bundle, £9 each or 3 for £24. Crying Wolf, Hunt Ext, Edge of Survival, Ex Libris, Field Agent Handbook Calibration Record, Number Stations, Orca Delirium Volume 1 Expedition Rules, Seed of an Idea, Scribe, Summit, Talking Thunder, The Kingdom of Prester John. And our large zines bundle, £13 each or 3 for £33. Fishbone Archipelago Escape from the Tower of Dusk, Fishbone Archipelago Lost Lighthouse, Me, The Singularity, Cat Rescue, Project Cassandra Psychics of the Cold War, Tending, A Game of Devotion. If you're interested in learning more about UK Tin, visit our website. Scan the QR code to find our Substack newsletter, or check out any of our other links. Thank you so much for watching this overview of the UK Tin presence at UKGE 2025.